Today is New Year's, and you know what that means? Yes, it's time for our annual shrine visit. Every year, we at Problem Solver 69 have a tradition of visiting the shrine to wish for prosperity and success for our company. Listen, there's a famous shrine nearby that is believed to actually grant wishes. Well, it's not like I believe in such superstitious claims. Nope. We're just following our tradition. Today's guide video focuses on two lovely ladies from Problem Solver 68, Rikuhachima Aru and Asagi Mutsuki. Currently, they are celebrating New Year's while wearing their rented kimonos. Mutsuki is still the same as ever, but Aru has become more confident and gracious with her new outfit. Although on the inside, she's still our beloved dwarf. It's been a while since I had takoyaki with octopus in it.
Into perfect trouble.
Make it multiple.
To protect the world from Kaitenger.
To denounce the evil of gambling and coping.
Extend our tentacles to the stars above!
Red.
Yellow.
Green.
Pink.
Black!
Courage is blast off at the speed of light.
Well, now prepare to fight.
Wait! If you guys steal that, my wish for Blue Archive releasing Megu-chan, Kyuki-chan, and Rabu-chan will be... Girls, we need to stop them! Wait, no! Not because of my villainous waifus, but because of our money! After them! In this video, we'll discuss both of them in turns, starting with Aru and then Mutsuki. For the sake of simplicity, we're going to refer to them as Aru and Mutsuki respectively. Anyways, Aru is a piercing unit who wields a sniper rifle that has increased damage on indoor areas and reduced damage on urban areas. At 3 stars level 80 with tier 7 equipment and no affection bonus, Aru has 4,417 attack, 98 defense, and 25,952 HP. Increasing her rarity to 5 stars will raise her attack and HP by 1,123 and 3,900 respectively. Meanwhile, Mutsuki is the first Mystic unit who wields a machine gun, and she has increased damage on field areas and reduced damage on urban areas. Interestingly, Mutsuki is one of the very few units along with Hinata that has S-rank mood on field areas. With the same parameters, Mutsuki has 5,021 attack, 379 defense, and 34,256 HP. Increasing her rarity to 5 stars will also raise her attack and HP by 1,276 and 4,518 respectively. Among all piercing SR attackers, Aru has the third lowest attack, while Mutsuki has the highest among all MG attackers in the game. Given those cases, are they actually good? We will see that through their skills. Aru's EX skill is called Hardboiled Hanatsuki Shot. This 6 cost EX skill restores from 0.5 to 0.7 cost for every stack of bad D that she currently holds and resets it to 0. Afterwards, this skill deals damage to a single enemy from 179% to 340% of her attack, and this bounces to nearby enemies that haven't been hit up to 10 times. This EX skill is good for sniping multiple enemies. Despite its expensive cost, it is compensated by the refund up to 4.2 cost, provided that she accumulates 6 stacks of bad keys. She gains stacks through her sub-skill. Her sub-skill is called Perfect President Style, and for every 6 enemies defeated, Aru gains a stack of bad tea that she can hold up to 3 to 6 times, depending on the skill level. But as a demerit, she decreases her own defense by 26.8% to 5.3% for every stack that she holds. At level 1, she has 80% defense down at 3 stacks, while at level 10, she only has 31.8 defense down at 6 stacks. Her EX skill is excellent in chested since Aru can accumulate 6 stacks easily with the amount of enemies on this raid, and if you raise her EX skill enough, she can easily one-shot multiple enemies. On PvE though, she may have a hard time accumulating stacks for the refund, making her quite a burden in cost rotations. Her basic skill is called Nor Hanatsuki Shot, and for every 30 seconds, she deals AoE damage from 169% to 321% of her attack. And finally, her enhanced skill is called Gorgeous President's Elegance, and this skill increases her HP by 14% to 26.6%. This skill helps with her survivability since her sub-skill shreds down her own defense. Let's move on with Mutsuki's skills. Her EX skill is called Symphony of New Year, and this 2-cost EX skill deals damage from 159% to 302% of her attack to all enemies within an arch-shaped area. This range can reach further enemies, but you might have a problem hitting nearby or approaching enemies. Regardless, this EX skill is great for dealing AoE damage in PvE and in the Perorodzilla raid. Her basic skill is called Little Devil Chorus. This skill deals damage from 270% to 315% of her attack to all enemies in a straight offline. And if Mutsuki holds 6 stacks of Little Devils, she deals an additional damage from 170% to 169% of her attack. She gets Little Devil stacks through her sub-skill. The sub-skill is called Little Devil's Cute Blood, and for each time her EX skill hits 3 enemies, she gains a stack of Little Devil that lasts for 56 seconds, and this can accumulate up to 6 times. Also, for every stack of Little Devil, Mutsuki gains a critical damage buff ranging for 2.1% to 4.1% depending on the skill level. With this skill, Mutsuki's crit damage can reach up to 26.6% more. And finally, her enhanced skill is called More Fun Ways to Play, and this skill increases her attack by 14% to 26.6%. Aru's kit revolves around accumulating bad deed stacks by defeating enemies and using her EX skill to defeat more enemies while getting a good amount of cost refund. So, her EX skill takes the highest priority. This is followed by her sub-skill to increase the amount of max stacks while reducing her defense demerit, then her basic skill, and finally her enhanced skill. On the other hand, Mutsuki's skill set revolves around accumulating Little Devil stacks with her EX skill and then blasting her basic skill to deal more damage. So, her EX skill takes the highest priority. This followed by her sub-skill to increase the critical damage gained per stack. Then it's up to you if you want to raise her basic skill or enhanced skill first, since both of them can help increase her overall DPS. In any case, we can raise their stats through their equipment. Aru's equipment is composed of a hat, a hairpin, and a watch, while Mutsuki has a pair of gloves, a badge, and a watch. This is typical for a DPS unit, although the difference between the two, besides the 5% attack difference, is that hat users tend to have some amount of crit rate but they have more crit damage, while glove users have more crit rate, some amount of crit damage, and bonus accuracy. For their equipment priority, go for the first slot, then the third, and finally the second slot. Aru's exclusive weapon is her signature Heckler & Koch PSG-1 semi-automatic sniper rifle that becomes even more hard-boiled, just like herself, as the new year passes. Well, at least according to her. Red Wine Admire. At 2 stars, her enhanced skill, Gorgeous President's Elegance, is upgraded with an additional attack speed from flat 1400 to 2660. Before anything else, let's briefly discuss attack speed in Blue Archive. According to the library of stats and formulas from It Just Works, attack speed is the delay between actions and the speed of some animations. Increasing the attack speed of a unit decreases the delay of these actions, like moving and taking cover, and increases the animation speed for shooting and reloading. On the other hand, Mutsuki's exclusive weapon is her signature Heckler & Koch MG5 that she brings out, no matter the occasion, to engage in a minuscule amount of tomfoolery. Trick or Treat. At 2 stars, her enhanced skill, More Fun Ways to Play, is upgraded with an additional defense penetration to 360 to 684. Defense penetration ignores flat defense of the target. At 3 stars, Aru and Mutsuki's area affinity, in which they have S-rank mood, is upgraded to SS. Since they are limited units, the only way to raise the rarity and EW is to roll multiple copies of them on their pickup banner, or just use your whale tiers. On the future update for the global server, you can buy 5 of their shards on this shop twice every month. To earn its currency, you have to be at max level and XP in order to get 1 ticket for every stamina that you spend. You can also get some from dailies and weeklies. See if Aru and Mutsuki are actually good, let's point out the strengths and weaknesses. Let's start with Aru. Aru is designed to beat chested with ease. She can wipe almost all types of waves in this raid provided that the enemies are close enough to each other. To compensate for her expensive costs, she can provide a refund up to 4.2 cost at sub-skill level 10. This refund can be helpful in executing follow-up EX skills. But what about her weaknesses? While she's specially designed for chested, she's a little bit clunky everywhere else. Since there are fewer enemies in PvE, you cannot utilize her sub-skill as much as you expect since she needs 6 team kills to gain a stack. Moving on, let's see Mutsuki's strengths and weaknesses. Unlike Aru, Mutsuki is not only great in Perorodzilla, but also in general content. In her Raidal specialization, Mutsuki can easily get max stacks just by firing her EX skill on the minions. And once her basic skill fires up, she can deal a great amount of damage, especially if you buff her with Akko. And most importantly, her cost is extremely cheap on an AoE skill, making her good for fast skill rotations. But what about her weaknesses? In the Perorodzilla raid, you need strict timing to make her fire her basic skill against multiple minions to deal a huge amount of damage. And that alone is already hard to pull off. Besides this, her arch-shaped EX skill range might be useful against distant enemies, but it will be impossible for her to target nearby ones. Because of this, timing is a very crucial aspect to make her skills work. In conclusion, are Aru and Mutsuki actually good? Well, consider the following. Aru is one of the core units in the Chesed raid due to her ability to clear waves without any problems. She may be usable in other types of content, although they are much better units that you can use if we are talking about multi-target attacks. Aru may be a niche unit, but she's excellent in her own niche. Mutsuki is one of the core units of Perorodzilla raid since she can deal AoE damage against the minion and burst them down with her base skill powered by her stacks. She's also a great wave clearing unit in PvE and useful for skill rotations. She may be tricky to use due to her R-shaped EX skill, considerably long animation before they actually hit, and a time-based basic skill. But once you figure out her timings, not even a comically giant chicken can survive with her nasty plot. To improve Aru's damage, buffers might help her out. To maximize all bounces, try aiming your shot at the tip of the crowd. This may control her bounces and avoid unwanted turns. Akko is Mutsuki's best friend when it comes to crits. With Mutsuki's bonus crit damage from her stacks and Akko's crit chance and crit damage boost, she can burst one or two of Perorodzilla's minions, but take note that Mutsuki must be in front of those minions to make this work. And that's it for Aru's and Mutsuki's guide video. Aru is a great unit for the Chesed raid, although she may be difficult to use in other types of content. On the other hand, Mutsuki is a great unit for Perorodzilla, although she needs to land her skills properly to make her useful. But regardless, she's usable outside of her raid. So, what students should I showcase next? Leave your suggestions in the comments below. Also, if you want more Blue Archive content and streams, go ahead and subscribe now. And follow my Twitch on twitch.tv/tumogumodu. That's it for now, and oh, they ran away. Those Power Rangers were all for nothing. And the box is safe and sound. Finally, next soon we'll release my villainous waifus this year.
結局あの回転 FX マーク1ってなん